Hello guys and welcome back to Aquatic Life and Theme Parks. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Dwarf Gourami. Now the Dwarf Gourami is a beautiful species of gourami found in Asia. So I am going to be talking about what you need to do to make sure they are living a happy and healthy life in an aquarium. So they are peaceful towards other species of fish, but around breeding season they can get quite territorial, especially the males. So if you are keeping them in a community tank, make sure you are looking out for any sort of bullying towards other fish if the males are getting quite territorial, and that is only around breeding season. Obviously males want to be pairing up with females, but not only that, they want to be protecting their eggs if they do have any eggs, or the female can produce any eggs. They do want to be protecting their eggs, and especially obviously their babies. So they might be getting very territorial around sort of other fish. So beware if you are look out for that if you are keeping them in a community-based aquarium. Males should be kept in odd numbers and should be overnumbered with females. So you get more females than males, that will obviously just avoid any territorial issues, and obviously the males won't have any sort of fights, or there won't be a male that will be left out in feeding time maybe, or a male that will go away with any injuries or cuts, or maybe even death if they are getting quite harassed by other males. But there is a side to the females as well. Make sure you are keeping them in a well-planted aquarium so the females can go away and hide. Not only that, you can use wood to create little caves, or maybe rocks to create rock caves. Just make sure the females have enough hiding spots so the males are not always going after the females every time, and the females don't feel stressed and harassed. So now we are going to be talking about where they're actually distributed in the world. So they do come from Bangladesh, India and Pakistan, so obviously, as I said earlier, in Asia, and their max size is 9 centimeters, and any American viewers out there, 3.54 inches. So that's how they are, quite a small fish. Obviously that is really good if you want to keep them in smaller aquariums, but obviously if you are keeping them in a community aquarium or quite a big aquarium, it leaves you more space for other fish. Their temperature, they can reach up to about 18 to 28 Celsius. Obviously that is tropical conditions, maybe even temperate, but tropical conditions are obviously meant, and especially if you are keeping them with maybe neon tetras or other sort of tetra species, keeping them in the tropical side and the warmer waters of them, they will be doing just fine. The water parameters, they can acclimatise to many different and a wide range of conditions. Now you can get wild caught specimens in aquarium shops, but most of them are tank bred. But wild caught specimens are usually kept in soft acidic waters, so try and mimic that if they were wild caught. If dwarf gouramis are from a tank bred, then maybe put them in soft acidic waters, and just make sure you are kind of keeping that pH low or maybe at neutral. Their compatibility is, as I said, community, so they can sort of go with anything, neon tetras, maybe rummy nose tetras, sort of anything community based, and if you have a big enough aquarium, any community fish they can go with. Lighting, there's no special requirements with lighting. Obviously just make sure if you want a bright tank, make sure you are keeping up on algae, or maybe you want to dim the lights, but there is really no special requirements. So how can you tell if the dwarf gourami is a male or a female? So the males are usually more brightly coloured with a pointed extension to the upward fins, and females are more rounder with smaller fins. So obviously males will have a more extension on their upper fins, and females are more rounded and also have a smaller fins. And feeding these guys, you can feed them flake, granular and frozen food. So really what a community tank would be feeding, you can feed them community, obviously flakes. Obviously my neon tetras and flame tetras, they have AquaCare's flakes, they just do fine, but granulars as well, and obviously the occasional frozen food would just do you just fine. So that is the dwarf gourami. Stay aquatic everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.